Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday live stream. So we got a lot of things to go over, so let's just jump right in. First things first, we are going to be doing the Tangem giveaway. And we talked about this yesterday, especially with what was going on, everything with Ledger. Looks like they fixed it, but again, just wait 24 hours since the time of the fix. And also do me a favor and clear out all the cookies of your browser. Apparently that might be an issue, but regardless, the Tangem giveaway will be at the end of the video. And if you don't know what that is, we just said, hey, there was a tweet that I put out. And I said, if you want to win 5 Tangem wallets, I'll be giving away 5 to 5 lucky people. Just follow me, follow Tangem, repost the post, and then we're going to pick it live. And that will be today. So if you don't know, Tangem is my personal favorite as far as like wallets go. I have a Ledger, a Tangem, and an LPal. But this right here is super easy, very easy to use. Hasn't had any issues. And a lot of the inner turmoil I think that Ledger has, but I still have a Ledger. I still use it, so whatever. But again, if you want to get into that, I'd put a link in the description. So if you want to go over to Twitter real quick and redo that, then go right ahead. But you got probably about 10 minutes. So we have that, but this is the story. BONK. And I just want to tell you from the get-go that I sold. And it's not because I don't believe in BONK. I think BONK's going to be fantastic. Maybe it'll change the world. Maybe it'll be the new reserve currency. No idea. But things a little bit heated. I'm going to tell you why I did it and how much roughly. And we're going to go from there. So now I'm not a person to, jump on early and like I just got in a couple of days ago. This was actually a tweet that I put out. And this was on November 28th. Not too long ago, honestly. I said, hey, BONK will be a top 100 coin. You can fight it or just accept it. Disclaimer. I bought BONK previously, beginning of November. It sits perfectly next to my Doge bag, which is kind of funny. And, there's a lot of people that are like, hey, that's great. But some people are like, that's ridiculous because Doge is stupid. I always get them confused. BONK is stupid. And, why are you trying to dump me, Rob? All right, whatever. So taking a look at the charts, I'm not a big chartologist, but it was pretty flat for quite some time, 5th, 4th, 3rd November. And it just kind of went parabolic. Does that mean because I knew something and I knew it was going to go up? No, nobody does. We think we do, but no one knows for sure. Just, hey, that's just how it actually happened. And if I always just kind of looked at BONK as like, I feel like BONK is a Dogecoin of this cycle, quite honestly. It's just built on Solana. And when I was taking a look at Solana and how I got back into that earlier in the year, and I thought to myself, well, Solana's doing really fantastic. Maybe the ecosystem will do pretty good. And then, of course, when I took a look at, one of my favorite dexes here, Orca, if you want to kind of look at that and see what is going on in the Cardano ecosystem, there's some pretty good stuff like Helium Network and, Orca, of course, mobile, Helium Mobile. If you look those up, they're like 35-60% for the week or something like that. Rollbit, which is one of Guy's plays over at Coin Bureau, and that's Gamblify, Star Atlas, which is essentially one of those AAA rated Web3 games, and the list goes on and on. Now, not all these are winners, but when I took a look at BONK, I'm like, well, that makes sense because it's just a meme coin, so we could do pretty well. So with that one, there was some unintended, not consequences, but outcomes. And this is a tweet from Cadence, and he says, BONK helped save Solana December 2022. BONK helped save Solana Mobile December 2023. And it hit me because I had heard this story from actually my friend Steven right here. When we did the meetup, he said, hey, the story behind BONK was it came out around December 2022, which was when, Solana took a big, huge dump, especially with FTX. And of course, everybody labeling that as the Sam Bankman-Fried coin. And so everybody kind of deserted it. Now, Solana actually went down to $9, but around this time is when BONK launched, and it really did save. I don't know if it saved, but it really helped to buoy Solana. And I'll remind you at this point, you're like, $13 not too bad. It's only at $76 today. But as a quick reminder, if we max out at the peak, the Solana was like 250. That was quite a heck of a dump, but it is what it is. So there's that piece. And then, of course, there's this part about the phone. the Saga phone. And this was actually ridiculed by a lot of people. They said that was kind of ridiculous. Why would you put a phone out? And they did it, and they actually delivered, which a lot of people thought they would not. I remember watching a video from Charles Hoskinson, as a matter of fact. And he was like, why would you do that? You have to compete against Apple and Android. That makes no sense. Well, they did it. And it actually had quite a turbulent launch, but thanks to BONK, it actually did pretty well. Solana mobile sales soaring in 10x in the last 48 hours as BONK available to claim with the phone are now worth more than the phone itself. And again, this is why I preach diversify, because you never know what's going to happen in crypto. This is insane if you really think about it. This is why you put things around, because you never know. That's, $100 in BONK 6 months ago, you're practically a millionaire. Now, do the math for me in the comment section, but it's pretty crazy. So if you want to buy the phone right now, I don't think you really can. Somebody says, 20,000 can claim the 30 million BONK. And it looks like that may have already been maxed out. This is from Solana Mobile. And they said, wow, what a day. This was this morning at 2 a.m. They said, we've officially sold out of Saga phones in the US. Huge thanks to everyone who's been part of this journey. To our friends in Europe, we've still got a few left for you. So I don't know if this is actually happening and if you can still get BONK, but it was 20,000. I think it may be too late, but correct me in the comment section. I kind of lost interest when it said no phones in the US. Sorry, I'm kind of a homer. And there's that piece. So the whole thing was, well, what's the big deal? The big deal was that there was an announcement in June. They were going to airdrop 30 million BONK, exclusively those who download the BONK app to the Saga phone store, I guess. The value of the airdrop was peanuts before because BONK wasn't worth anything. Now it's worth $926, exceeding the phone selling price of $599. And then there's this, I wish I would have linked this. There's a great video of this gentleman who he didn't know if he was going to actually be able to have this airdrop. So he unboxed it. He went through the whole thing and he got like $600 worth of BONK, or 575, I think it was actually. And he was really excited and good for this guy. Great. Like he got a phone for free. That's awesome. And he's like, now I don't have to lie to my wife, which is pretty funny. But at the very end of the video, he says something not concerning, but just kind of like the normal mentality, which is this. He's like, this is awesome, but am I going to sell? Nope. I'm holding this until it goes, whatever he said, 10x or 20x. I always forget. But he was very adamant, and I got to respect him for that. We'll see. So there is that piece. And before we get to why I sold, and of course, what it all means, just remember that I have these 5 rules for a reason. I don't do this so I can waste my breath. This is because of all the different trials and tribulations that we've all gone through. 1, it's all gone. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. 2, 100% scams. Everything's a scam until proven otherwise. This would have saved your ass with Ledger. 0% exchanges. Don't use exchanges. Don't leave anything on exchanges. Take them off and put in cold storage devices. Again, also diversify like we talked about. I use an LAPAL, a Ledger, and a Tangem. Don't use leverage. If you want to get wrecked, you can use 2 to 3, I guess. That's not a big deal. When we go to 50, 100x, you're just asking for trouble. The last one is take profits. This is paramount. I don't have to explain it to you guys because you guys are pros. But I'm going to have a real hard time when we get a bunch of the tourists in, which they're coming fast. And they're going to ridicule us. They're going to make fun of us for selling because they think they know more than us because everything's going to go to the moon. And we'll see if that plays out for them. But before I move on, I'll just say let me move on. I'm going to get off my soapbox. This is ridiculous. So I said that I feel like BONK is the Dogecoin of this cycle. And before anybody starts to laugh, which I can understand, truly I can, because Dogecoin, when I got in, was a joke in 2017. But I just want to remind you, I want to think about your token. Think about your coin right now, whatever it is. How long has it been around? What's its utility? A guy from CoinBeer just did a great short clip video, and he talked about the top 5 coins 10 years ago, and none of them you're going to know except for Bitcoin and Litecoin. And they all had the same type of narrative. Oh, this one's going to be better than Bitcoin. This one has faster transactions. This one has really cheap. This one has a great team. And the same thing. Those don't exist anymore. So just be aware of that. But Dogecoin, just want to take you down memory lane, is actually a fork of Lucky Coin. Or excuse me, we'll go in the right order. Dogecoin is a fork of Lucky Coin. Lucky Coin, a fork of Litecoin. Litecoin is a fork of Bitcoin. Hope we can all understand that. So it has its roots in there, right? It was created in 2013. And actually, like last week, it was the 10-year anniversary of Dogecoin. How did Dogecoin do over 10 years? Not too bad. Because just 3 or 4 months or 2 or 3 months after it was created in January 2014, it was created in 2013 in December, I believe, it was number 16. Next year, 2015, it was number 9. 2016, January, it was number 6. 2017, in January, and it moved up and down, that's true. It got to 14. January 2018, when everything was collapsing, it hit 29. January 2019, it hit 24. January 2020, not a good time either. Not too bad. 31. January 2021 hit 26. But then as we get into when we got into the bull run, it was within the top 15. And then in January 2022, it was number 12. And 1st of January 2023 is number 8. And right now it's still in the top 10. So think about that, about your coin. How long has it been around? And has it been in the top 40 for a decade? Just asking. And now let's do a little quick comparisons. Actually, let's do this. This isn't going to make any sense unless I talk about this. You say, but Rob, how can that be a case? Because there was a lot less money flowing in as far as market caps as opposed to right now. So let's just take 4 years back. 15th December of 2019, you had a market cap of Bitcoin as 129 billion. That was it. 129 billion. 481 million, 424,000, 129 billion. You know what the market cap today for Bitcoin is? 822 billion. That's roughly 6.5x. Correct me in the comment section for my math. So let's just say 6x, right? Roughly 6x. From here to here. Now let's go down to Dogecoin. Dogecoin had a market cap back then of 263,792,000. That was Dogecoin. And then today, Dogecoin, 13 billion, roughly a 7x, somewhere around there, 6.5. So it's the same type of thing. So when I take a look at this, and I say Dogecoin is 13 billion, and we come down here to BONK, and it's at 1.7, probably dropped a little bit. Could it not go up like Dogecoin's done before? Yeah, maybe, potentially. But here's the real thing. Take a look at this. If you dollar cost average from this isn't right. Let's go back to 2019. December 15, 2019. If you put in $10 a day and you put it into Bitcoin and Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, Avalanche, Dogecoin, Polkadot, Tron, Chainlink. I shouldn't laugh at Tron. I mean, Tron's going to do just fine. But if you did that when everybody was laughing at you because Dogecoin's a joke, right? Look at what it did over here. January, let's just go right here. You would have invested $4,000 into Doge, and you would have had $101,000. You'd have beat Cardano, Ethereum, Link, and you would have beat the pants off Bitcoin, Avalanche, Tron, XRP, and DOT. If you would have kept doing $10 a day to the next big rally in April, you'd have had $500,000. And if you would have stopped out at the very, very tippy top, you're looking at about $1 million, and you would have spent $5,000. So just think about these things. Does that mean that you're going to make $1 million? No. Does that mean that it could happen? Yeah, why not? It's crypto, right? It's digital assets. Anything can happen. And because of that, I sold. Why did I sell? What are my rules? And again, these rules are for me. These rules aren't for you. You can incorporate those or not. But I have those rules for a specific reason, to not allow me to do the things I did before, which is ride things up, ride things down. I did pretty poorly in 2017. I did a lot better in 2021, but I could have done way better. And this one, I will not allow this to happen. I have rules in place, and I will follow those rules until the very end. Unless something radically changes, right? U.S. government comes out and goes, hey, Bitcoin's going to be the Federal Reserve. It's going to be the reserve currency of the world. I'll probably hold on to Bitcoin. So how much did I sell? Not all of it. I'm not crazy. Come on now. But remember when I got in? Somewhere over here? It's like a 6, 7, 8x or something like that. If you're not taking some funds out, I don't know. Actually, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your dad. I'm not a financial advisor. But I said like this, take profits, take profits, take profits. This was on today, December 15th at 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning, or roughly it was around 5 o'clock actually. So it was it's 3 o'clock, 4:30. Yeah, right here. Not bad. Not awful. Pretty good. Does that mean it can't shoot up? It might shoot up. I don't know. But again, so I took out my initial investment and I doubled my money. I took out some little bit more as well as that. So everything that I have in there is not my money. It's house money. So I took the initial investment. I took a big chunk of profits and I let it ride. I don't know what's going to happen. But what I just told you about everything about it could be the next Dogecoin, it could really do well and all these things, I still believe in it. I still believe it could. What does it do? It's a meme coin. Hopefully it doesn't do too much. Great community. Don't say it's not. But I'm not going to sit here and write it all the way up and all the way down. Could I have made a lot more money by writing all the way up to when BONK goes to a penny? Sure. But who knows? I am trying to mitigate my risk as things go up. And it's up to you to decide if that's for you or if you want to YOLO and let it all ride. This is my strategy. Doesn't have to be yours. And that's it. So look, I hope that made a lot of sense of how much I did, why I did it, and everything else. I mean, look, all the major exchanges already listed. It's on everything. It was Binance this morning. It was Coinbase days ago. It was everything else. I mean, it could probably still rip up, but I've got a good amount in there. Have my profits. I'm happy. Hey, let me know what you think about that in the comment section. And lastly, let's give away a Tangem, right? I got to tell you, I've been using Tangem now for months and months and months, and I really do like it. It's like this, like it's so simple, right? If you can have your phone and just do this, that's all you need to do to transfer things. It's not like using your ledger and punching these buttons and confirming and moving back and forth and going, man, I hope I didn't connect to a DApp. Just kidding. I honestly don't think that we should use our cold storage devices to connect to dApps and DEXs. And you can do it, but I'm not going to do it. But regardless, that's not why you're here. You're here to win some free stuff. So let's see. I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. But I'm going to use Twitter Picker. Twitter Picker, it's a great tool. And you just put in the tweet itself or the X post. And let's see, we're going to have 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the criteria was follow me, follow Tangem, repost the post. All right. So you got to follow, win count 5, picture, tweet count, account age, at least a month. Let's hope this works. Should work. Hey, look at that. 579 entries loaded. Smooth. Okay. And we'll continue. And let's begin the drawing. Drum roll, please. Woo! Congratulations, Spencer, Zorro, Dab, More Bitcoin, Ada Penguin, Bicho. And what I'm going to do, don't try to scam me. I will be reaching out to you guys via DM. I'm going to do this actually during the Q&A. So I'm going to hide this real quick. I'll reach out to you guys via DM, and I'll get your shipping information. I'll have Tangem send it out. Now, if you didn't win, sorry. These things happen. But if you'd like to get a Tangem, good news. I've got a link in the description. It's 10% off, and they are still in stock for Christmas, but I'm pretty sure it's going fast. So link in the description. There's also a deep dive video on how to do it. And yes, to answer your question, you can now have your 3 cards have a mnemonic phrase if you want to back it up the old-fashioned way, or you can put the private key within the card itself. And if that's foreign to you, don't worry. I did a video, and you can watch that in the deep dive, and that's it. So everybody, that's it today for the news. If you liked today, what you saw, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Now let's get